Goddess, and welcome to episode 2 of the Goddess series. This series is meant to rekindle and remind you of your true goddess strength and power. I am so excited and so happy that I have the opportunity to bring all of this great, wonderful information through to all of you beautiful goddesses out there. If you like to keep up with this series, please subscribe and hit that like button. Also, I love to read all the comments and have an open discussion format for myself and all the goddesses that are also watching this video. I love you guys so much. Let's go ahead and hop into today's goddess. Today's goddess is going to be Gula. She's a goddess from ancient Babylonia. Her message is very, very important for today's date. What is this? The day after the full moon, which full moon is all about letting go and cleansing and starting new and fresh with the new moon that is coming. So I love full moons. I have her card here. How gorgeous is she? She is the healer card, and her empowerment message is Gula, the Babylonian goddess of medicine and healing, has come to guide you as a blessing and for your well-being. You're being invited to address the areas in your life that need healing. Perhaps you have moved so quickly through your life that you have forgotten about self-care. I feel like all of us as women, that pertains to all of us. Like, we are so in a rush to do everything that sometimes we forget self-care, little things like having that extra hour or two of sleep, and I am so guilty of that. So thank you, Gula, for reminding me. But yes, let's keep on reading. Perhaps the stories you've told yourself about who you are healing. We don't always see that we are hurting ourselves or others. We don't always see that we are hurting ourselves or others. Okay, so that line to me, I have to realize that sometimes when I get offended or triggered about a situation, that sometimes that person doesn't realize how they're coming across, or they might be having their own inner demons and inner struggles that they are dealing with, and so they personally attack somebody that they feel is doing so much better or feel like they could take it. Now, they might not even know that they're doing it. It might be a subconscious thing. I've had so many people do like those backhanded compliments to me throughout my life, or given like fake love, or it's, to me, I'm like, oh, I'm so repelled by it, but they don't realize that they're doing what they're doing sometimes. Okay, so what I do is I don't react, and I just simply hold space and I reflect back. When I mean reflect back, that doesn't mean you go and you act exactly how they're acting to you, because that's just dragging your own energy down with you. What you do is you just hold space. So you don't interact, you don't give it any mind, because eventually they're gonna have to reflect on why. And that eventually might be a year from now, it might be the next day, it might be the next hour. We don't know. We don't know. It all comes in due time. When they are ready to accept and to see and to heal, it will show. So a lot of times how I help people reflect back on certain situations is I relieve myself from the situation. I step back, I don't engage, I don't argue, I literally just go on with my life here. And in due time, if they want to reconnect with you, they might have to rethink of the last interaction and maybe make some adjustments. So that's why they say if you love somebody, let them go, because sometimes they need that space and that reflection in order to grow as a person. And then when you meet back, you're both in a better place. Okay? Do not allow people to put that on you. Allow yourself and love yourself enough to disengage and let it go. Don't get bothered by it. And I used to do that. I used to get bothered, and I don't get bothered. Okay? You don't even have to block them or do any of that. You can just simply leave. Leave. Don't even have to engage. Become the bigger person. Have you guys heard that? Become the bigger person. That's exactly what that means, becoming the bigger person. I've had to disengage from like 90% of my own family because of that. And it's so crazy because the more I listen to other people's stories, people have the most issues within their own family circles. not just myself. It's a very, very common issue to have, and it is okay to step away. There's gonna be people who are gonna be like, I can't believe, whatever, whatever. Those people are not living your life. You're not living your life for them. You're living your life for you, and you need to take care of you, because if you don't take care of you, you can't take care of anybody else, not even yourself. Okay? Because if you keep giving and giving and giving and people pleasing, you're just draining from your own goddess energy and your own life source. And then you realize one day after you wake up from 20 years of this self-sabotage that you allowed to happen, and you're depressed, you're overweight, you're unhappy. I'm letting you know now, goddess, it's okay to say no and stay away, no matter who the person is or what the circumstances. Let's continue to read. You may also be called to the path of a healer now. If so, the goddess Gula supports you wholeheartedly. You just need to be willing to respect others and do not harm. Miracles will arise if out of nowhere. Miracles have arrived for me out of nowhere, like within those last few months. I can't even explain it. And if I try to explain it, I feel like it's so weird, but miracles have happened. And if you are a very, very close friend of mine, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you know exactly who you are, and you're probably listening to this right now. Love you. All right, the alignment message is, the goddess Gula calls you to recognize that you're running on empty. You have nothing left to give. You have reached the end of the road, and you must stop what you are doing and consider the implications of your actions run amok. Do you need to set better boundaries around your enthusiastic tendency to say yes to everything? Have you allowed others to drain you because you feel it's your job to listen, love them, and fix them? Tell me that didn't hit hard, because us as women want to heal the world. Majority of us. I can't speak for everybody. Have this motherly goddess energy that just wants to fix everything. We want to be the one that loves the hardest, that loves the most, that gives the most. You cannot give if you are not full. Okay? You cannot give more than what you are getting, right? If I wanted to donate $1 million to someone or to a foundation or something, and I only have, $500 in the bank, I can't, it's not physically possible. So why do you feel like you are any different? It's all energy. Money is energetic. You are an energetic being. Okay, ladies? You cannot give to people if you are not full yourself. You need to take that time for yourself, because if you take that hour, that 2 hours, whatever time, half an hour, that extra 30 minutes getting ready, that extra 5 minutes at the gym for yourself, when you get back, you are going to be more of a person for the people around you. Okay? Because you're going to show up full because you took the time for you. So many of us now want to be superwoman, and then we get nothing in return, and then we get upset and mad at everybody because they don't get it, they don't understand, they're not appreciative. But we're doing it to ourselves. Set those healthy boundaries for yourself, and everything else will start to fall into place. Nobody else knows what your boundaries are unless you put them there, okay? You do not have to give to everybody. Use your intuition. Know when it's time to rest. Know when it's time to go. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your body. Reconnect with yourself. If that means taking an hour bath every night so you have your time, then you do that. Because if you don't take that time for yourself, you're going to keep running on empty, and everything's going to just fall by the wayside. And you might have given all, whatever life force that you had, you gave to everyone else, to where you look in the mirror at the end of the night and you're like, who am I? Because you gave it all away. Everything. So many women I know constantly do this. Constantly. And I'm letting you know that it is okay to say no. You cannot be that for everybody. You need to show them independence and love, and how you do that It's monkey see, monkey do. People will follow your lead. Become a leader, ladies. You set those healthy boundaries. Have a daughter, she will set those for herself. How many of us are a reflection of our parents? Okay? If you give and give and give your life force and never take time for yourself, there's a big chance that your daughter, your son will fall into that same trap, and they'll be givers. And there's a lot of takers out there. Takers because they're not full of themselves, so they need to grab it from someone else. Which if we all came full and we all came ready and we all knew like what our boundaries were, we wouldn't have to take, because we wouldn't feel incomplete. I'm not even taking a ding at the takers. If you're a taker, look more into yourself and see what are you not fulfilling for yourself. Because once you start fulfilling for yourself, you don't have to keep looking and searching for someone else to take from, because that's exhausting. And eventually, all of that will go away. And then you'll be depressed because you never grew your own power. Somebody, you will not allow them to consistently take from you, because they will never grow as a person and heal their own traumas, set their own boundaries, grow as their own person. So you do it out of love. I personally don't think that I would have the drive that I have if I didn't already know that no matter how anything I do in life goes, that I can always find another door that I can open myself. They always say there's so much beauty in the struggle. And that used to get me so mad. I'm like, where's the beauty, right? Where? But had I not struggled and lived through certain life experiences and had to deal and find ways on my own, I would not have the drive to start anything. I am not a codependent person. I am a person that truly knows what I want, and no matter what it is that I do, I know that that's not the end all. I know that after this, I have so much more, okay? And that might sound a certain way, but it's the truth. And whenever you find your power, you will feel that. You will understand. And I want that for everybody. I want everybody to feel unstoppable, because we all have endless potential, okay? This is a part of reclaiming yourself and healing those old wounds. I know so many women that stay in bad, toxic relationships because they don't know their own power, that they can move on. I don't care if you have children. I don't care if you don't have any money. I don't care if you have no education. I don't care if you feel like this guy is your only guy that would love you. No. If somebody really loved you, they wouldn't treat you like crap. I'm sorry I have to say it like that, but I was that girl once. And I understand that it's scary, and I understand that you don't know. But when you're faced with the biggest obstacles, that is when all of your potential comes out. If you allow yourself to regain your knowledge and your power, everything else will start to line up. And it won't even make sense how it lines up. You won't even understand how you got a call from this person, how this happened. And it might take you a while to get there. Okay, my education has always been 100% paid for, and I didn't even have a way. I had no income, no W-2s. It took me a month solid, but I did not give up because I knew there was a way, there was a way, there was a way. I just knew, and I didn't give up, and I was persistent. Miracles happen every day, ladies. No matter who brings you down, no matter what anybody has to say, because they say it because they know your potential. I know men who will talk down to women to make them feel less so that the woman doesn't leave them, because they're scared and they know that if she left, they would have to start over. They don't have that clutch. They don't have that person to pull from. They don't have that free flow of energy that's getting sent to them from the woman who's given it all to them. Okay? And if that resonates with you, just know that you're not alone. A lot of women have experienced it. And we need to drop the labels, ladies, and be there for one another. And if you're a male and you're listening to this, hold space for women. Whether it's your sister, whether it's your mother, whether it's your cousin, whether it's a lady you barely know. Okay? Hold that loving space for them. Don't allow yourself to take from someone who is still working on themselves. okay? Do not be that person and take advantage of people, because it's not good for your soul and it's not good for the other person. Getting back to that goddess energy, you should recognize your soul purpose, okay? That's reclaiming your goddess, recognizing your powers, and not abusing your gifts. Do you choose companions who cling to their victim stories and choose to impose them on you? Literally what I just said. Me and Gula are on the same wavelength. Let me tell you, I love her. Your alignment task is to step back and assess what is true and make new choices, and maybe put yourself first. Maybe, no, definitely put yourself first. Put yourself first. Put yourself first. You will be glad you did. Just remember, it is sometimes a healing choice to take a break and only focus on you for a change. It is a healing choice to take a break and only focus on you for a change. Gula. I love that she has the serpent on her finger. Serpent. It is a healing symbol. That is why you see it on the medical bands. It's also linked to knowledge and greater learning. So I love serpents. It's okay to be different, and it's okay to love yourself and put yourself first, and it's okay that people don't agree with you, because let me tell you, there will always be somebody who doesn't agree with your lifestyle, with your choices, with how you choose to live your life. But again, it's not about them, honey, it's about you. I love every single one of you so much. I hope you feel empowered to find who you are again and to love yourself a little bit more every day, because nobody's gonna love you the same way that you love you. And once you realize that, you will be unstoppable. I love you all so much. Till next time, goddess.